members of the clergy, the clerk of the county assembly and the gallery, ladies and gentlemen, I feel honored to stand before you this afternoon to make my first State of the County address as envisioned in the County Government Act, and a reminder to me and indeed all of us that it's time to reflect and forge forward on what we have set out to do together as people of this great county of Bungoma. To all of you, I bring greetings from our Speaker of the National Assembly, who has been until recently our Senator and our own son, Right Honorable Moses Masika, and all other elected leaders under whose patronage our governance exists. Just as I assured you, honorable members, and the people of Bungoma in my inaugural address to this House on 18th October 2022, that I will run an administration that is open and transparent, consultative and inclusive of all stakeholders in this great county at all times. I am here today to shed light on the progress so far on the actualization of the commitments I made to all of you. This is because my administration recognizes and appreciates the key role this House is to play in the realization of my development agenda to this county. Honorable members, I thank you wholeheartedly for the support you have accorded my administration with approval of CC members and the passage of my first supplementary budget for the financial year 2022-2023, which has enabled the implementation of development programs to take off, some of which I intend to highlight below. In order to fully constitute my administration, the County Public Service Board is currently conducting interviews for a set of new chief officers this week, and upon submission of lists of finalists to my desk, I'll forward this to this honorable House. The respective successful nominees for your vetting and approval, for this is a shared obligation. As the process continues, I would like to state firmly that I am determined to have the right team of officers in place who are fully aligned to my manifesto and are supportive of my administration and its development agenda. Abraham Lincoln says, and I quote, "I walk slowly, but never backwards." In that regard, on matters of staff alignment, I walk slowly, but never backward. To get proper team players in strategic positions to deliver, to drive my policies and service delivery to the people of Bungoma, we heavily depend on this House to provide strong support in that direction. I laid out before this House a 10-point plan covering all the departments in my administration, and I'm glad to provide a progress report in each of them so far: finance and economic planning. In order to align my administration's development plan with existing financial realities to the county budget resource envelope, we have already completed the public participation exercise across the 9 sub-counties to inform the midterm expenditure framework that's intended to ensure that the budget allocations reflect people-driven social and economic priorities and gives substance to the county government's reconstruction and development commitments that inform the CIDP. To help expand the county revenue sources as provided for in Article 209(3) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, my government has presented before this House 10 bills for your consideration, namely Bungoma County Rating Bill 2023, 2 Bungoma County Revenue Administration and Management Bill Amendment Bill number 2023, the Bungoma County Public Markets Amendment Bill 2023, the Bungoma County Public Health and Sanitation Bill 2023, the Bungoma Outdoor Advertising and Signage Control Regulations Bill 2023, the Bungoma County Inspectorate Compliance and Enforcement Bill 2023, the County Public Entertainment and Amendments Bill 2023, and the Bungoma County Animal Control and Welfare Bill 2023. Further, we have the draft County Integrated Development Plan CIDP 2022-2027 and Lake Region Economic Block Record Bill for your consideration. We look forward to your timely debate and legislation of the above bills to enable us progress in actualization of boosting our revenue basket as per our mandate. In agriculture, honorable members, agricultural transformation is critical to growing our economy, especially the reduction of food production costs, alleviating poverty, and delivering 100% nutrition and food security to our people. To drive this transformative agenda, my government has focused on various interventions in agriculture and livestock subsectors by increasing input to positively influence the output bordering on value addition, agro-processing, and boosting household food resilience throughout the county. Honorable members, during the supplementary preparation, to increase the allocation and you came in handy, I'm glad to report to you that we have finalized the procurement process and will officially launch the distribution of seed and fertilizer subsidy to the selected farmers on Monday, February 27, beginning with the lower land areas of Bungoma sub-county and proceeding to all other sub-counties as marked out by the Agriculture Department team in a rapid exercise that will take 1 week to complete. Allow me to take this opportunity to invite you, honorable members, to participate in this noble exercise in your respective sub-counties as per the distribution schedule that will be unveiled in due course. Thank you, honorable members, for your input and support in the concluded open and transparent vetting process of needy farmers that came up with a list of program beneficiaries. I'm glad to observe that youth, women, and people with disabilities have been well accommodated. Despite the tough budgetary constraints, your support to pass the supplementary budget enabled me to increase the number of subsidy beneficiaries from 200 households per ward to 500 households per ward in this closing financial year. Accordingly, we shall have a total of 21,900 households benefiting from the program, which is a very significant increase from the 9,000 households that benefited previously. Each benefiting household qualifies for 1 acre supply, which will comprise of 150 kg bag of plant fertilizer, 150 kg bag of top dressing fertilizer, and 110 kg bag of certified seed. I must also that have worked tirelessly to ensure that we are able to procure and distribute seed and fertilizer to the farmers before the start of the planting season, and not 2 to 3 months later, as was the case in the past several years. Honorable members, the World Bank-sponsored National Government Agriculture Program, famously known as NAG, that had a very positive impact in the lives of our local farmers, has run its course and will be coming to an end this financial year. However, the good news is that I negotiated and recently signed an MOU between the National Government of Kenya and the County Government of Bungoma that will see the implementation of a new project called the National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project that will run from the year 2023-24 to 2027-2028, which is a Government of Kenya project that is implemented through the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Irrigation, State Department for Crop Development, with funding support from the World Bank. Under this the County Department of Agriculture is in the process of setting up a County Project Steering Committee and a County Project Coordinating Unit with full staffing to meet the disbursement conditions. The exercise will cascade down to the establishment of community-driven committees and farmer producer organizations in all participating communities across all sub-counties to enable funding to be rolled out for defined identified communities. I therefore request you, honorable members, in your own capacities to support disseminating the information regarding this new program. Under the Kenya Livestock Commercialization Project, commonly known as KELCO, a project that focuses on value chains that have the potential to provide productive employment and food security opportunities for women, youth, and marginalized people in 4 target wards, namely Kaptama, Naitiri, Kabieve, Bukembe East, and Musikoma. We have already undertaken participatory rural appraisal and trained 30 TOTs that will now embark on identifying beneficiaries of the projects in the 4 wards. The government has appealed to the project implementers to consider enlisting Cheviu ward among the beneficial wards because of the presence of the Agate marginalized community in that area. This project of KELCO is also going to provide a cooler to the Chile slaughterhouse, which will improve and enhance the facility storage capacity to enable it to serve a wider market. This program This program also seeks to wholeheartedly strengthen and support the chicken value chain in Bungoma, since we are a chicken rearing county. In order to enhance and meet the production demand of the slaughterhouse, I endeavor to launch an operation called Fuga Kuku campaign to rally rural households across the county to rear chicken for commercial purposes. Honorable members, and to fast track the below 4 pending bills that are already before this House for legislation to enable my administration move forward in implementing some programs that are dependent on them with some development partners. The bills are: 1, the agribusiness policy that seeks to provide a framework for commercialization of agriculture, particularly for smallholder, mainstream and value chain approach for maximum return, and prioritize incentivization of agribusiness in order to attract women into the sector. Number 2, avocado promotion policy that seeks to transform the value chain into an inclusive commercially bill that seeks to protect the public against health hazards in the production, processing and distribution of food. Agriculture for agricultural technical education and vocational training policy and bill that seeks to enhance access to quality, affordable and relevant activities for sustainable agribusiness and technological innovation within the agricultural sector. In education, honorable members, the streamlining process of the scholarship of the total 8,397 students from cohort 5, the eligible beneficiaries sustained on the program were 5,000 after the vetting process, while 2,729 were ineligible after vetting. Honorable members, we acknowledge, having received several appeal cases, that the scholarship team is still reviewing for a way forward. We have agreed that we will have a Kankuji on Monday to streamline the entire scholarship program. The CEC Education has been in constant communication with the schools and the release of payment and the money transfers to Form 2, Form 3 and Form 4 beneficiaries electronically is ongoing. As you might remember, it is my commitment to embark on electronic funds transfer to schools to cut corruption, wastage and transactional tendencies by some indisciplined officers in the department that were exploiting the process for their own personal gain. Due to the high inherited pending bills balances, we are forced to be conservative in the intake. We are forced to be conservative in the intake of this year's Form 1 class at the scholarship level for sustainability purposes. A total of 850 beneficiaries were selected and awarded scholarships. Our PWD applicants across the wards were adequately considered. For this group of Form 1s, payment was already transferred to their respective institutions. In the Bungoma County Education Support Scheme, we have started aligning the allocation to the bursary scheme vis-a-vis the scholarship program for compliance purposes. Subsequently, Kenya shillings 4 million was allocated per ward to take care of the bursary program, with a percentage going to secondary schools and a percentage going to VTCs. This allotment is distributed at an amount of averagely 5,000 per student, covers 36,000 students in the entire county. I encourage ward bursary committees to favor total orphans and child-led families with a higher allocation where possible. I urge you to ensure speedy finalization and implementation of the payments and to guard against any unwarranted delays and abuse of the process in the management of the program at the ward level. Honorable members, at this juncture, at this point in time, I want to salute and wholeheartedly thank all of you who understood the complexity of this matter and came up strongly to believe in and support this process. Honorable members, improvement of infrastructure in the county was well captured in my manifesto and forms part of my key agenda, as I outlined in my inaugural address. Opening up rural Bungoma for ease of movement and business activities was and is still my commitment. In the race up to fulfill the promise, allow me to report the following so far. Under the Ward-Based Community Empowerment Fund, we have tendered for 94 new projects. This consists of 89 roads, 5 box culverts spread across all the wards, with each ward having at least 2 projects. As I make this address, the tender opening exercise for the same has already been done, and the evaluation of the bidders has been concluded, and in due course, we shall award the successful bidders to proceed to site before the rains set in. The rehabilitation of our road network, particularly in the rural parts of the county, the first batch of 28 projects consisting of 7 box culverts and 21 roads, which translate to 116.5 kilometers of gravel and approximately 1 kilometer of tarmac are at advanced stages of completion. I have made several site visits and observed, for example, at Lusaka Road and Italia Road, that the contractors are doing quality work and progressing ahead of schedule. To enable access to Koika Water Project, source in Kabura, sub-location site in Mount Elgon, and access to project water tanks and treatment plants in Kakera location, I commissioned the 10-kilometer Kipsigon-Ubura Road, whose construction is ongoing steadily and should be completed in the next 3 months to serve the people in that region while aiding the implementation of the Koika water project, which will run up to February 1st. My assessment and documentation of the bills of quantities on the overhaul of the road going past Mama Fanda and Miredi in Bungoma town, and subsequently attended through the procurement process to source for an eligible contractor. We have also advertised for 5 framework contracts in the roads department to enable efficient and reliable repair of roads across the county. On the road carriage, the contractor is currently fixing the curbs that separate the two-way traffic to guide road users and control traffic flow. Other outstanding works on the road mainly comprise of traffic safety features, including traffic signs, lighting, and road markings. I recently held discussions with Keneth officials from Western Region to open further doors for collaboration with the county. The areas included the construction of an interchange at Kanui Junction, construction of feeder roads towards the dual carriage and foot bridges. I will continuously keep you updated through the relevant committee on the progress of the collaboration. On the Assemby Road, because of the delay in executing the contract on the part of the contractor, we have recommended that the contract be terminated and a new contractor competitively sourced for that part of the road to serve the residents from continued exposure to extreme dust and other related problems. To the people of Tongareni, I share with you in the outgoings on the works regarding this road and commit to see to it that we pull through this. Because of the heavy traffic now operating on the Lusaka Road, arising out of our joint meeting with the Bungoma elected members of the National Assembly in Naivasha this month, we have taken to care to request to upgrade that road from Class C low volume road to a Class A high volume road, capacity road, so as to withstand the weight of the heavy trucks that are planned. Members, it's my commitment to ensure quality of works on the contracted roads to provide value for taxpayers' money and long-term durable roads for the people of Bungoma. Allow me to reaffirm my warning to all contractors who have been given work by the county government of Bungoma to ensure they do quality job as per the spelled out requirements in the bills of quantities. Anything short of that will be met with unspecified consequences as guided by the law. Housing and municipalities. Honorable members, we have now operationalized the community and the Bungoma municipalities and empowered them to take on full responsibilities according to them as defined in the Urban Areas and Cities Act, which will go a long way in improving service delivery to the citizens of Bungoma County municipalities. We have a great opportunity working with partners such as the World Bank through the Kenya Urban Support Program, KDSP, to modernize the face of Bungoma and community towns. To achieve this, the process to fill vacant slots or the boards of the 2 municipalities is almost complete, and we are availing the necessary resources and space to make the offices fully operational. We are fast-tracking the exercise to unlock further funding for projects within the municipalities that have been long overdue. I am committed to having reorganized decongested bus parks with proper shopping stalls and modern operational markets in our municipality centers. Additionally, discussions are at an advanced stage to upgrade Webuye and Twele towns into municipalities, and our efforts will not stop there. My team is working tirelessly to ensure that most of our major urban areas such as Mianga, Ukembe, Misibo, Cheptais, Birigidia, and Kakue, just to name a few, are soon and we shall make sure that you as the people's representative at the ward level and the public are engaged through an informative public participation exercise at every step of the way. On water, honorable members, water is a basic necessity for the livelihoods of our people, and as a government, we are committed to ensuring that the provision of access to clean and safe drinking water. In that regard, under the water-based projects, on the Community Empowerment Fund, we tendered for one water-related projects spread across the county, whose works include drilling of boreholes, rehabilitation of boreholes, and spring and water springs and piping. The tenders were opened and the evaluation of the bidders is ongoing. The process will be complete in due course to pave way for implementation of the works. Last hosted a team from Korea International Cooperation Agency, Korea, led by the County Director, Jang Hee-un. This project, which is 50% complete, has seen 86.3 cubic meters of water supply pipes installed, erection of water treatment plant with capacity of 60,000 cubic meters and a reservoir tank of 8,000 cubic meters at Kimpungi Primary School. The next activities will see the construction of 25 water collection kiosks that will be spread across Mount Elgon constituency, Kamil constituency, and Kapchai constituency. All factors being constant, the project will be completed in August this year, and more than 100,000 residents within the catchment area will be connected to safe drinking water. The concept paper for phase 3 is almost ready, and this phase 3 will see water flow through Elgon Ward, Kaptama Ward, Kamkuya Ward to Tongareni Ward. We are also advancing collaboration with Lusaka, Western Kenya Water Project, with which we have signed an MOU to increase the households that have access to clean water in the other parts of the country. Honorable members, on special programs, honorable members, we have availed vehicles and other logistical arrangements to the Department of Special Programs to enable the Directorate to have ease to transport in response to emergency sites. The service of firefighting has been moved from the Department of Roads to Special Programs and Disaster Management to ensure alignment of services as per the Directorate Charter. However, the fire station remains at Kandui due to its strategic location that enables easy takeoff and access to roads in response to emergencies. We are working on capacity building this town and improving their welfare to ensure that we have a motivated team readily available and psychologically prepared to respond to emergencies around the globe. Trade, the street lighting program that is aimed at creating safe environment for thriving 24-hour economy in most of our towns and urban training centers is progressing well. Last month, I commissioned the installation of 120 pieces of solar street lighting from Kandui to Kerege at a cost of 33.8 million. We are doing installations of 24 pieces of solar high mast lights across the county, covering key targeted areas such as DV Primary, Chepkube Market in Township, Dengelo Market in Bukembe West, Kipsigon Market in Mount Elgon, Sereti Junction in South Bukusu, to name but a few. Additionally, the repair of vandalized solar streets and high mast lights is ongoing. Turning to my signature program of trade loans, the Cabinet last week approved the regulations operationalizing the fund, and the same will be brought to this House for ratification. When I took office, I constituted various task forces to look into some administrative issues to inform my way forward in the governance of this county. It is my pleasure to let you know that the task forces completed their assignments and handed over the respective reports which were tabled before the Cabinet and ratified. As it's within the law, the reports will be channeled to this House for your discussion and recommendations for further action. Some officers were interdicted due to various issues of concern raised against them in the report. Among them, one has resigned while we are in the process of forming a committee that will look into issues raised against the remaining to provide an opportunity for them to defend themselves against allegations as provided for in the law. Climate change, honorable members, thank you for the passage of the Bungoma County Climate Change, which I asserted into law on 17 November 2022 and came into effect on 29 November 2022. The relevant ministry team has the necessary policies in place, and in December of 2022, I was able to sign a participatory agreement with the World Bank to help unlock the first batch of funding. We are expecting a period of no more than 1 month, a release of funds intended for the purpose of climate change, institutional strengthening to the tune of 24 million to support the initial framework activities up to and including the setup and capacity building of the World Climate Change Committees. The budget provided for 11 million towards the climate change, and we shall need an additional 11 million to equally match the grant from the World Bank. The ministry team has a deadline of March 15, 2023, by which they must have carried out a participatory climate risk assessment in the entire county and generated a report on the same. Please note that it's based on this report that we shall start to receive a climate change investment of up to Kenya shillings 50 million per ward for the next 3 years. I therefore ask you when called upon to support in the exercise of setting up the World Climate Change Committees as per the regulations. Honorable members, as we embark on the budget process for the financial year 2023-2024, please remember that we shall need to set aside 2% of the county development fund towards climate change activities in accordance with the Act and the signed MOUs with our partner to maintain eligibility for continuous financial support. I therefore look forward to your support to that aspect when the time comes. On health, honorable members, here on 18th October 2022, in my campaign manifesto, I promise to ensure that our health workers are properly resourced and well remunerated. I committed to confirm all health professionals who were serving on contract basis and hire additional staff to fill in the gaps that have existed in our facilities for a long time. True to my word, I acted accordingly, and early this month, the County Public Service Board confirmed 179 healthcare workers from contract to permanent and pensionable terms. The position was as follows: we had 33 clinical officers, 7 doctors, 99 nurses, 2 radiographers, 1 9-month specialist, 15 drivers, and 2 motor attendants. Additionally, the County Public Service Board has already placed an advert that is running as I address you for the recruitment of 246 skilled healthcare professionals, comprising, among others, 20 doctors, 85 registered nurses, 15 clinical officers. Also, my administration is fast-tracking the reviewing of 254 healthcare technical staff that have overstayed in the same job group for a long time without promotion, despite their hard work and merit to be considered. In fact, informing the letters are ready, it's a matter of time that they will get the letters of promotion to motivate them. I believe, honorable members, that a motivated healthcare labor force will translate into a better healthcare services to the residents of this county. As I make all these welfare improvements, I appeal to the healthcare workers not to disappoint me, because to whom much is given, much is expected. Lastly, on healthcare, my administration has fast-tracked on World Bank sponsored 300-bed mother and child facility at the Bungoma County Referral Hospital, and I'm glad to inform you that, God willing, I'll be officially unveiling it in the month of March 2023. Honorable members, I will ask this House in the next financial year for funds to fully equip and staff this facility in order to bring it into utilization. Once we fully equip and staff it, healthcare in Bungoma will be changed for better and for good. I have also put pressure on the contractors for the completion of the Umula, 100-bed capacity facility, and the Nigerian Mortuary and Administration Block, and the Mount Elgon KMTC, so that our residents in those areas can start getting better services from them. In the spirit of universal healthcare coverage, we have advertised for the construction, renovation, and rehabilitation of various Level 1 and Level 2 health facilities across the county. The tender process is ongoing, and in due course, we hope to embark on implementation. Youth and gender honorable members, understanding the value among our youth, I have sourced for funds to operationalize Phase 1 of the Kemoge High Altitude Center in 2 months' time. This will accord our sporting men and women an opportunity to exercise and train so as to that this high altitude training center to attract national and international fleets to use it as a training center and generate revenue. Previously, we have had transport and logistics difficulties with our teams participating in sporting activities. To curb this, my administration has acquired a 67-seater bus, which I will be receiving in 1 month's time to aid in transport and other mobility needs for our teams. Do note, honorable members, regarding your welfare, my administration has worked closely with your leadership, and I can confirm that all of you have gotten your car loans, except those with pending petitions in court. The mortgage disbursement is ongoing in budgets due to exchequer delays, but we are committed to ensuring you are all accorded the same. And after this, I would like to leave you with the words of one of the greatest prime ministers of UK, Sir Winston Churchill, who said, and I quote, "To improve is to change, so to be perfect is to change often." I'm very sure that when we were all campaigning for election in 2022, we promised the electorate that we shall strive tirelessly day and night to improve their livelihoods in all sectors. So let us express the drive for continuous improvement, and when faced with tough decisions, as it happens with leadership, let us be clear and decisive for the good of the country, because that is what change requires. My administration remains open, positive to criticism, not with anger that inflames our emotions, but with firmness and objectivity that seeks to broaden efficient service delivery to the people of Bungoma. Let us continuously work together in constant consultation and collaboration between the executive and the legislature, for we are all conjoined at the hip for the development of this great county. God bless you. God bless Bungoma.